Okay, so in this break-even problem, it says we're selling meals at a sporting event, and it costs $56 for our startup initial supplies and equipment, and then every meal we make costs $7, and we want to sell them for $11, and we want to know when we'll have sold enough so that we can break even. Now, first of all, I just want to say up front, there are several ways you can do this problem, so if you do it a different way and still get the same answer, that's okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to try to write equations in the form y equals mx plus b, where y is my total, and b is my starting amount, and this is my amount that changes depending on how the situation changes, okay? So in my example here, I'm going to have one equation to represent the total cost, and I'm going to have a second equation to represent the total sales. So the total cost is going to be what? Well, first of all, we got a startup fee. So I always write my fixed amount out here. Then I've got an amount for every meal. So the amount per meal, you might say. And the word per tells us that this 7 here goes with the x. So I'm going to write 7x. And x will be the number of meals, okay? So $56 startup, $7 per meal, x is the number of meals. This gives me my total expenses, okay? Every time I make a meal, $7 goes into it, plus the 56 to start. Now, the sales are going to be easier because there isn't a fixed amount for the sales. People don't just give you a lump of money for not doing anything. So you don't get paid on sales except by how many you sell. So the starting value of sales is 0 because when you first start selling things, you sold none of them until you actually make the sale. So these are my two equations right here. And I'm going to set each piece equal to the other. So this and this, I'm going to come over here and set them equal to each other. Okay? And then I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm going to subtract 7x from both of them. And the 7x cancels on the left. And on the right, I end up with 4x. And then I'm going to divide by 4. And I think when I divide by 4 here, what do I get here? So x is going to equal what? Let's see, 1 and I guess 14, okay? So that is, I feel like I didn't do that right. Let's see, it goes 1 time. Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know. Okay, so anyhow, that is my answer, and hopefully you found that helpful. So I need to sell 14 meals to break even. Whoops. If I sell less than 14 meals, then my sales are not going to outweigh my profits. So I got to sell 14 meals. So hopefully you found that helpful. Talk to you again soon.